Welcome to ABC Learn, guys. In this demo, we are going to discuss about paper REST APIs. And in our previous demo, we saw one REST API of paper, right? In that, we discuss about one the developer paper developer account also, because we are getting these two things, that is client ID and client secret from PayPal developer account. And in our previous uh, demo, we also saw one REST API, and that is nothing but a access token, and API is auth token API, right? And as we previously discussed, and using this curl URL, right, and pasting it, importing it into our Postman, and we are pasting the HTTP, right? And this is a response of previous API, that is access token. We are getting access token this way, right? And this is nothing but access token type, and this is of the expiry time of this access token. Based on it, will be like in seconds. So if we converted it into the hours, it will be 8 to 9 hours. Okay. Okay. In this demo, we are going to discuss some new REST APIs, which are nothing but it related to orders orders APIs. Okay, let's see about it. Okay. Before I start discussing about order APIs or few others also, I will shortly explain you how you can sign up for to the developer account of PayPal by using your email ID and creating one password, right? And we are currently now choosing our residence of countries United States only, because this PayPal currently is using in US country in very large amount of uh, as specifically it is using for USA currently. Okay. And for mail, I am going to use one temporary mail for showing you guys how to sign up to this. And this is a official, it's a site of tempmail.com, which providing some temporary mails. Okay, I'm copying this mail and pasting it here in the, and using one suggested strong password here, right? In this way we can provide our details here. You guys can provide your personal details also, and by clicking on create account, we can create our developer account. Like, yeah, I click it here, and these are some security checks are providing by whom. So here are some bus. Okay, this way you can verify yourself. You are not as a robot. Sometimes these checks also come. You can verify this by, okay. This way you can verify, and your developer account will be get created. Okay. This way you can create your developer account. Specifically in that, we are using apps and credentials. In this we are getting two things which are required for access call auth token and get a access token by passing these two things, that is client ID and client secret. In this uh, as uh, uh, there is another thing that is nothing but a sandbox account. Sandbox account is of PayPal providing us few default user or buyer details, that is for personal account is a on for business purpose business account. We are using in our demo only personal account, and in that we can see for user they are providing some email ID and password also here, like this is the email ID and password, and this is the sandbox PayPal official URL for accessing that user payment related details. And these are the user details which PayPal providing by default to us, right? This is okay. Now this is all about the sandbox of account we are temporarily using for our API REST API testing, right? Now this that much only I'm discussing about this account, and I show you that how you can create developer account, right? And now I'm log outing from this account, and I'm using my own developer account here. Yeah, this is my personal PayPal developer account. Now come to the official page of PayPal REST API. In that, we are discussing today about order API. And now our first API is today is create order, right? In that, okay, let's see. Is the layout. Yeah. In create order, right? This is the request sample of API, and this is curl URL, means CURL of this API, which containing the whole details about the request body. That is, this is a whole JSON structure of this API, which containing the purchase units, some required URLs for getting the create order API response, and some item related that we are ordering, like item some for this that t-shirt item is showing here. And after there is a it's a like a array of items, so there are multiple item also available here, right? And after creating this API, we will get response in the form of like this, okay, like ID, status, and some URLs. Okay, so we try now we copy this curl URL now and went to our Postman. In that we are importing that C URL in our Postman collection by pasting it here and simply importing into collection, that is nothing but PayPal demo, right? What we did here, we imported the CURLs, that is curl, and this is the API URL, our API create order API URL, and this is the HTTP method, that is nothing but a post method. Now let's come to few options there are showing besides this URL, that is authorization header body something like, right? In authorization, odd type of our API will be like is barrier token, and I will explain you how we are choosing this and how we are passing our access token here. After that, this is some headers. These are content type, request, paper request ID, and authorization. That is nothing access token. And this is the whole JSON structure that we saw on official document set of paper, right? This is came here, right? In this, there are few changes are needed, like in authorization, we need to pass access token here. For that, we need to go into our access token API, right? We imported in our previous demo, right? This API, and we pass our passwords, client ID, and username and password is nothing but client ID and client password. Where we got this? We got this from our developer account. That is nothing but this client ID, and this is secret. That is nothing but a password. We use this in our Postman, right? And choosing here or type as a basic call, right? And by clicking on send, right, we are getting response from PayPal in this form, which is providing like a scope, access token type. This is important. Because in our create order API, we are choosing our order type is pure, and that taking it from here, right? And this is expiry of access token, that is 32,000 of 400, nothing but 8 to 9 hours it will approximately, right? Means this access token we are getting from PayPal, it only validate for limited period of time, that is 8 to 9 hours. For now we are required this access token and copying it, and I'm pasting it here. Remove this and paste it here, right? You pasted the access token here, and our auth type is taking parent token. How we are taking choosing is barrier token when we got response from PayPal as a barrier, means token type is barrier. So in this, now next, header, right? In header there are three things are now this one is the access token, right? And this is the PayPal request ID, because create order is nothing but it's a request API. And in this, if we are trying to call this API, we need a unique to request ID each and every time. So we need to make changes in this request ID, and content type will be application slash JSON only. And in our request body, this is whole request body of create order API, right? You can see here. And in this, specifically we need to make changes in purchase unit, and that is nothing but our, do we need to remove this invoice ID, because PayPal creating by default this invoice ID for us. So remove this and click on beautify, so it will maintain the JSON structure. After that, we can now able to call our create order API by clicking on send, right? Let's try to send this API, right? Yeah. By After clicking on send, we got this response from PayPal, right? What we got? We got ID, we got status of our order API, and there are few links that is PayPal providing us for few operations completions. In that, we can see here we got one ID. Is this ID is nothing but is order ID, right? And this status also very important because it's saying that payer action required means orders that we have created not yet completed it, it's in process, so we need to visit official PayPal user account by copying this URL, right? And we need to open one new incognito window in our laptop by, and we are pasting this URL here and clicking enter. We will see here PayPal page has uh, started here. In this, it's asking about mail address, right? So we can get this mail uh, in from our developer account, right? We created this developer account, and in this we also saw one sandbox account, right? In this we are getting, okay, just log into this. It's BitLogger. Okay. For clicking on sandbox account, we are getting two accounts like personal and developer. We are using personal. If we enter in this personal account, we will get email ID and password. We are using this email ID password for to access the user account. Okay. First we copy this and paste it into the incognito mode, uh, which we have created for the pasting this URL, right? We pasted here, and now we got this, and we are pasting our user email here, right? And clicking next. After clicking next, it's asking us password. We also went back to our developer account here. Below the email, password is here. Let's copy this and went back to the incognito page and paste here the password, and simply click on login. We will enter into the user account, right? Yeah, we entered into the user account, and we are seeing here we are created one order of $230, right? You can see in here our create order API body also our order is of $230 value, right? This is whole details of order also. Yeah. We will discuss which fields these are and what is important when we are actual developing this developing some code for this APIs, right? For now, we are need to complete this purchase order, right? Because our status, if we see here in Postman, it's saying that payer action is required, right? So to change that status, we need to complete this purchase by clicking simply complete purchase, right? We are now completed our order process, right? Okay, just went back to our Postman. We are completed right here. So we are completed our order, but we are not able to check how our order is completed or some changes are made. For that, we need to import um, another API that is nothing but like in our order there is one other API that is show order details, right? So for this is show order details. This is JSON body of show order. When we uh, click the API, we get this response. Okay. For to import this, we need to copy this CURL. Simply clicking here, copy, and this is the field details explanation has provided here. We can read here also. Now we are copying this CURL and went back to our Postman and importing this CURL here, right? And it is importing into our collection name is PayPal demo, and simply clicking on info into collection, right? We are imported. Now this CURL containing this API URL, and it is a get method. And in authorization, we need to pass access token. For that, we need to choose our auth type as barrier token. And in headers, we don't need to make any changes, and there is no request body. Okay, because it's a get method, we are getting response from PayPal. For now, to get access token, we need to went back our auth API. In that, we already call the API, so we got this access token. Just copy this access token simply and went back to get order API. Select this, remove this, and copy the access token here. Right? Let's come to next. Okay, so here is our access token came here. And now in this URL we can saw here some details are provided, and at the end here one ID is using. This ID is nothing but order ID, and we can get that order ID when we call our create order API, right? We got this ID here. It's nothing but order ID, so we should copy this, went back to the get order API, and simply paste that here. Okay, after pasting here, we are now ready to call this get API, right? Now see, I'm clicking the send option. Now what we got response from PayPal of our ID, same as here. Intent come here as a capture. I will explain it about also. And now our status is got approved. Means that order we created, that order is completed, and now it's approved. Status has changed from peer action required to approved. You can see it, right? In our create order API, we got this status in our response, right? Peer action required. And now in our get order API, we got approve status as approved. Means because of we completed the per, or purchase, right? That's why we got status has changed into this, right? This is whole details about the orders and what we order, what item we have purchased, right? Now, there is one thing that is intent. Means intent is here capture. Means we are need to capture our order. So we need, after capturing our order, the whole process of payment will be get completed. So to capture our order, we need to import one another uh, API that is nothing but capture payment for order, right? Come to this API page, right? Here we can see here, like clicking by, yeah, right? Capture payment for order. Here also details about the capture order API is given, and of the field details also are provided here. We can read here, right? And we need to copy this C URL, that is curl, copy this, right? Went back to our Postman and import that you are into here, paste it here, and simply import into our collection, that is PayPal demo, right? After importing, we got this URL, and HTTP method is post, right? In authorization, as we previously discussed, we need to pass access token. So auth type will be our barrier token, right? And in this, we need to access token pass here, right? So went back to our access token API, copy the access token, come back to the capture order API, and paste this, remove this first, and after paste this access token here. Now, of, uh, in this URL, we can see that some details are provided here, like API, sandbox, people.com, checkout order, and here this is the order ID, right? So we need to provide our created order ID, and we can get it from create order, right? For your ID is nothing but the order. Just copy this and came back to the capture and paste that order ID here, right? After pasting here, right? Oh, and access token, and now came to the header part. In this also we need to provide one unit to PayPal request ID. In that we need to pass PayPal new request ID, so we need to pass, make some changes. So new PayPal request ID should we pass here, right? After making changes, and in this, even if it's a Postman API call, we're not passing any request body here, right? And making this few changes like access token we have provided here, and making changes in PayPal request ID, and no, there is no request body, and we are simply need to call this API by clicking on send. If we click on this, we will get one response from PayPal like this. Now, in this, we can see that our order ID is here, and now status of this or capture order, what is it is complete, is shown as completed, right? Now, and we can see other details of user or its purchase details also came here, right? Full details came here. Now we can also check by mm, clicking get by testing our get API also, if this status is changed in our order details also or not. So we can, let's check that also. Let's went back to the get API. It is get order API, and we passes our ID here, right? And we pass our access token here. There is no other changes are needed. Okay. Yeah. In previously when we created order, we got this response status, right? Pair action required. After completion of our order, right? as we created one incognito and we completed this purchase, right? After that, when we call get order of uh, get order API, our status come as approved, right? Now, when we call capture, what our status will be changed to? It's come changed to completed. Now, we are again calling get API. I wanted, we can see that our status has changed from approved to completed or not. Okay, let's check that, right? Okay, just clicking on simply send. Now we can see here our status has changed to completed. What was previously here? It previously here as approved. Now it's changed to complete. Right. This way we are tested our few new REST APIs of PayPal like create order, get order, and capture order. Right. This way we can make a complete payments process of any user transaction after completion of item purchase. Okay. In this demo, that now there is one another thing also I will show you after capturing our API, right? After calling capture API, we got status as completed. We can also see our user details in like our PayPal developer account. We have sandbox. In this, we have this sandbox URL, right? We need to copy this. Okay, copy this. Came to the incognito tab, create one new tab, paste that URL here, and simply click enter. Right? It's taking time. Okay, let's save this and log in. Yeah, here it's this page will come and this PayPal page asking us for our mail. It's a user mail, not our personal developer mail. It's a user mail and password here. And we can also check that this is nothing but our personal account mail. This is like that. We can check it, right? This is our personal mail that is here. And we now we need to pass this password also in this to enter into the user account. We need to pass this, right? Just simply paste it there, the password. Okay, by after pasting we can now log in. Okay, click login. After logging we can see that the user that payment created, that is $230 of payment, right? It is got created. It is got created here, right? You can also click on this purchase. You can see the transaction details. What happened? Maybe some site error, maybe. Okay, but not an issue. If we maybe some this developer accounts and have facing some issues, not worry about, but we can check here. uh, we got this 230 of now. We can also log in, log out from here, just and re-log into this account. Okay, and providing password here and login. Now we are came to this, okay, and our 230 of order has reflected here, right? Uh, we can also check here the date, but it's showing May 29 only. Okay, maybe our order that has we have completed not that updated into this account yet, but after few times it will be updated. Don't worry about that. Okay. Let's come to our REST API official document page. Okay. Now, what we saw in this demo is we saw the developer account, how we can create by visiting the official page of developer account and passing our mail and email ID, right? And make sure you ha- should have access to developer account for to test this REST APIs of PayPal. So we need this client ID and client secret. Okay. And now in this demo, what we saw create order API, show order API, and capture payment for order API, right? Now that much we discussing in this demo, and in our next demo, we are going to discuss some JSON structure analysis, right? Because we need to understand that field are using in this JSON, that is payment source, this each and every fields, that is purchase units, item, amount, whatever PV that is showing here, that details are also available here, but we need to make sure that the whole request body that are providing by PayPal here, how much data is really necessary to call this REST API of create order also, because in PayPal we can also see that these are the fields are which are using in this lesson, and here it says that some fields are required and some fields are not required, right? This way we can make the changes in our request body, so we can get the required response from PayPal uh, without passing this whole JSON, and our work will be get easier when we analyze this REST API. Okay, so in our next demo, I will came with some analysis of REST API, and we will learn in our next demo about more about this APIs. Okay, and that much I'm going to tell about that. Please visit this PayPal official website, so you guys can get more clarity about the REST APIs of PayPal and what is the main importance of payment integration system, which we use our day-to-day daily life when we ordering any items on any e-commerce or business website. So we can get a quick idea of how internally these things are work for. So yeah, okay. I'm concluding this demo now, and thank you guys watching this video, and just visit my channel whenever you are get a chance, and please watch this video and get some few new try to learn few new things. And thank you guys, thank you for watching this video.